Mexico welcomed us with open arms. Alexander all over and me were planning on getting a residency in Paraguay, but had to escape Europe to Mexico instead. Our documents for the Paraguayan residency would expire in over just 4 months, but the country was still under a strict lockdown, so we had to make the best of our time in Mexico and hope things would work out along the way. For now, it was time to meet up with my friend Kim, who among other things inspired us to come to Mexico. Our flight from Mexico City to Puerto Vallarta was brief and without any additional problems. The Mexican West Coast was greeting us with the heat that we were missing in Mexico City. Tropical climate, the ocean, palm trees and sandy beaches. With tourists, but apparently not enough of them. What we noticed pretty early was that the lockdowns worldwide have destroyed tourist destinations. People were still traveling, but maybe at a 10% capacity compared to a normal season before the worldwide governments went rogue. Especially small businesses or one-person businesses were fighting for survival. Many of them already shut their doors for good, but some were still hustling. And we felt that a lot. We tried our best to be friendly and diplomatic, but sometimes some people just didn't understand that we didn't need sculptures on our minimalistic travels or 5 different taxi rides, or when we just wanted to scroll through a little town and everybody's coming over and just annoying the shit out of you. After a few days of feeling sorry for apparently breaking every salesperson's heart and condemning their children to a life on the streets, one starts to realize that it is not our fault that the world economies are crumbling. It really was all the bad political decisions. We were here and supported the local economies with our money. Our best way to help these people is to tell you that the viewer of the Adventure Escape Diaries, that people here want their tourists back desperately. So go out into the world and travel. So with this little prelude to our travels, we finally managed to meet up with our new travel buddies, Kim from Sweden and Ole from Norway. With Kim coming to Mexico to get a special stem cell treatment for his hurt knee, and also scouting the Mexican terrain to find himself a new home alternative to Bulgaria. Ole at this point was just in Mexico for a deserved vacation from European insanity. Just like Alexandra and me, both of our Viking brothers are consulting clients online. Kim is a sales coach with an exclusive online course, and Ole a fitness trainer who specializes in accountability coaching to get your butt moving. Not really knowing where to go and what to do with our time in Mexico, Alexandra and me just decided to tag along with our brothers from the high north. We were hoping that, in the meantime, we would get the good news that Paraguay is receiving travelers again and we could continue with our residency application process. At this point, our documents were still valid for 4 months, so plenty of time to go, but we knew we shouldn't cut it too tight. From Puerto Vallarta, we took our travels north with the local buses. Always an adventure by itself. These buses naturally almost never close their doors, and the lack of street maintenance makes the ride especially vibrant. We discovered the beautiful backpacker destination of Sayulita and the hidden gem of San Pancho, both places known for their amazing beaches. While Sayulita was quite busy with regular nightly festivals and overfilled bars, San Pancho was at times completely empty of tourists. Especially at night, we regularly were the only people on the roads. During the day, the beach life made us feel like on vacation, but we still had in mind to look for a reasonable priced place with good internet connection. That was our main criterion. Alexandra and I, we both do coaching online and help other people to achieve their own potential with live coaching and video calls or with videos of our online courses. Both video calls and creating and uploading inspirational videos needs a really good internet connection to the web. Unfortunately, this is one of the biggest lacks in the tropical paradises. Sure, you can have your cold drink and enjoy the sun in paradise, but functioning Wi-Fi with it, well, please send me a message if you have that and want to share it with us, because we are literally still looking for that. By the way, you can watch some more videos about our Mexican adventures on Alexandra Allover's YouTube channel. Follow the links in this video or see the links in the description below. For our Viking brothers, the nightlife in San Pancho was a bit too boring, so they went back to the big city of Puerto Vallarta. Alexandra and I connected with the local couple Diego and Barbara, who suggested to go to Corral del Risco, another gem south of Sayulita. Diego was even so kind and drove us there with his new Jeep Renegade. In his car, I realized how comfortable traveling can be, and when having your own 4x4 available. Skipping buses and other local transportations stayed a goal of mine for months to come. How dreams turn into reality with hard work you will see in one of our later episodes. Corral del Risco offered me another wake-up call. The whole peninsula is one big resort, with houses, swimming pools, restaurant and golf course. Set up like a timeshare resort. Everything is gated. We wanted to take a walk on the beach to a cafe located inside the gated community, but even after walking almost 2 hours on spiky rocks, they wouldn't even let us in. Even when we offered to buy food and all. Strictly for members only, we had to walk the same way back on the spiky rocks. I felt really disappointed with myself. The place reminded me of a vacation home of my family in South Africa. I was invited there for Christmas, and I had a wonderful time in comfort and luxury. That was Christmas over 15 years back, and now all these times later, I felt locked out by society who offers these comforts. I've been a traveler most of my life, usually on the go, very minimalistic and without spending a fortune. It has served me well, but despite all the minimalism, I enjoy comfort and even luxury. I think with the achievement of one's purpose, life reaches a level of higher sophistication. And with that level, things become easier in life. One is able to make things happen the way one wants to have them happen. Throughout my life, I have been striving for this, but it has been a slow process. My idea was always to build a strong foundation for my life and build my dreams upon it. One of these key pillars is to get a residency in a country that I appreciate and that serves my needs. At this point in my journey, I wasn't quite there yet. I took Corral del Risco as a lesson in patience and moved forward. Back in Puerto Vallarta, Kim had worked out a deal for us, ironically with a timeshare company. We were getting a free trip with a boat to a hidden island called the Marietas, with snorkeling, paddleboarding and free drinks. And as payment, we had to listen to that timeshare company's talk about how amazing their hotels are and that we were for sure should subscribe to one of their timeshare offers for just like $10,000 US. So after that Corral Risco thing, we clearly were in. The boat ride to the island was nice, but in order to see the hidden beach, we would have had to pay extra. The rations of food and drinks were okay, but I don't drink alcohol and there was definitely no paleo meals included. Not really worth it. The thing that annoyed me though was that we couldn't go snorkeling by ourselves. We had to obey by some clown standards for cattle herding. We had to wear some life vests too. How are you able to dive when you wear a life vest? And then we weren't allowed to dive close to the rocks, like, you know, where you can see all the fish and all. It was such a joke. This was not what we signed up for. I am a rescue diver myself, and I felt like a baby whose parents first put me in swimmies. I just ended up breaking out and doing my own thing, much to the dismay of the authorities. But I wasn't the worst of them. Kim just has a way to do whatever he thinks is right and somehow just pisses off everyone along the way. In this case, well deserved though, because the trip was a ripoff. The tour through the timeshare the day after was kinda entertaining though. Kim and Ole were banned from doing the trip because they did it once before, so it was Alexandra and me. The breakfast was delicious and the first sales guy was pleasant. We always politely said no, and somehow it seemed to work. At the end, we would have been able to get a better deal than Kim when he did it a few days before us. The buildings generally had some nice rooms, but mostly just in a very highly priced category. We didn't see many people there who actually did their vacation, but that is also due to the worldwide fear-mongering towards travel. If I was considering a place there, I would be very careful to commit to it based on the promises that they made for future projects. I'm sure they want to do it all, but the question is if in a world economy that is steering itself against the wall, there will be not enough financial resources to complete any of these structures. Anyways, that's just my guess. This was part A of our 5th episode, so it will continue in part B in the next video of the Adventure Escape Diaries. With this inspirational journey continuing in the next video, I want to make you aware of my current offer for a free online coaching session with me. With the Adventure Escape Diaries, you can follow my journey to personal freedom. And now let's make your dream life possible as well. You want to talk to me about reaching your fitness goal, healthy eating on the go, or you need help emigrating from your country and finding a new home? I am here for you, and I can point you into all the right directions. Get inspired by this one-time session or join me for a regular coaching. So go ahead, follow the link in the description and book your free appointment right now. I can't wait for you to plan your own escape and join the adventure.